Okay, just make sure that you talk a little louder, because sometimes I have to put subtitles when you talk, because it's like, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
How's everybody doing in the family?
Hope you're all doing well.
Today is Sunday morning, and we woke up to a little bit of rain showers, but it seems like it's subsiding now, so it was a nice little soothing way to wake up. Very calm. It's nice. I like the way it rains here. It doesn't rain like long, just like 30 minutes, and then it can be sunny after. So today, what's our topic for today, Ray?
Location to live, and why we decide to be kind of moving in a isolated place.
That's what they call it.
That's what they
Deserted.
call it. It's not really an isolated place. It's like 7 minutes away from a big city.
We have neighbors.
It's just a new area, and we have neighbors. We just never show them, and they're just 100 meters away from us.
That's the angle that we show.
It's at least
you
like
can't see
300 people or 400 living there. We just don't show them often, so that's all.
So the city that we live in, because people know Dakar, and they think Senegal is just Dakar. Dakar. Why don't we live in Dakar?
Because we're tired of living in a big city, the crowdness, the craziness, traffic, dealing with a lot of people,
rush hour.
every rush hours. So we decided not to do that no more.
We drove in LA, so we're done.
So we're done with that. So
and we don't want to live on a farm either, in the middle of a village.
Yeah,
either.
so we just want to kind of live
in the middle,
calm life,
but
not
still
completely
city.
relaxed.
Yeah.
But like you don't have to rush yourself if you don't have to. So that's why. And actually, when it's a kind of like a new area, the land costs less, of course. Like for example, you spend $2,000 in those areas. If you were, for example, in a big city, you may spend like $50,000. And sooner or later, the place you live gonna be populated anyway.
And then, yeah.
And then people keep moving on. So
that's one thing that I didn't understand. So when we bought the land over a year ago now, and nothing was there.
yeah, nothing.
How I was like,
What did he just do with our money?
I don't know, because people can promise you. I mean, I come from the land of, read the fine print. So, if I don't see it, I don't know. I need something to concrete, to show me that this place is going to be developed. How do I know anybody's going to develop? Going to depend on the government to develop it. How do I trust so I just didn't see the vision. And but it wasn't until we went and we got lost all in the woods, and then the next time we came, the road was paved. I said,
even my friends who live in this city, the first time we tried to go there 3 times, we couldn't find the land. He was mad at me like, man, why did you come all the way over here and buy this land, and I live into this city? You could told me and I can find it somewhere else. I'm like, my part. I don't want to live where everybody are. I just want to be kind of isolated, take my time, not in a rush. Whatever I do, whoever I don't take you to my location, you're not going to know where I live.
Nobody know your business.
So that's the main reason.
That's one thing I noticed, yeah.
And the third time was coming, and they will start cutting all the access road to there. Now
the asphalt road from the from the Pays freeway.
And we just like less than 3 minutes drive from the freeway.
Yeah.
And now our area is kind of like the new gold site. Everybody coming there every day. People going in and out. You can see these real estate agents coming in and out every day.
I didn't know that. Really?
These people coming all the way to Dakar, visiting the
from
land,
Dakar,
negotiating and all those stuff. And I know in 1 year that place is gonna look completely different.
Wow. I mean, we have neighbors. There's people that own the land.
The good thing is it's not far from the city. It's like 7-minute drive from the city.
And I was gonna say one thing that I noticed, like I like Sally, and when I first was introduced to Sally and everything, I liked that it felt like I was in Venice Beach in Los Angeles, somewhere on the beach, and there was things going on, shops and tourist stuff, attractions, restaurants, and hotels. But now, not being on vacation and actually living in Simone, I feel like, I mean, we don't live where a lot of the foreigners live, like right up on them, but even living amongst local people, it still feels like it's too small of a neighborhood and everybody knows your business, like when you're leaving, when you're coming, who lives there, like the way people here pay attention, like you have serious neighborhood watch. So living right up on people sometimes feels a little weird because in LA, our neighbors are across the street, like you have to wave like this to see them, and you once you step out, you're in your car. But like here, kids play in the street, people sell stuff in the street, so like every day I feel a little, not, yeah, I don't know why, but it just feels like I'm driving by, everybody sees me leaving, like bye, and then when I come back, like I just went to the grocery store, and it's like, everybody's like, there she goes, you know, and so I'm like, that might not be always safe if the wrong people are in your business, but I actually do prefer being isolated. Now that I know this area, I like it for going out. It's kind of like people from Vegas or something. Like nobody wants to live on the strip, but you want to go there, party, have fun, but you don't want to live that. So this is like a tourist city, but I don't want to necessarily live right up on it. And you did tell me about the land. Oh, it's 15 minutes, which is actually 20, but
15 minutes
from Sally, like where we live is 15 minutes from Sally.
It's 15 minutes from Sally.
Well,
you just don't know the curse. I always tell you, like, I don't know.
Sure,
I'm just gonna check the other road that I don't know.
I don't want to get lost. He says, okay, the Google.
She's gonna used to it.
Google says it's 15 minutes, but with the potholes and the speed bumps and, you know.
Yeah, in the daytime it's 15 minutes. But at night, for example, at night it's 10 minutes to get from our location all the way to Sally. I mean the downtown Sally.
Because when I time myself, it takes.
But wait a minute, what are you talking about? You're talking about from here we live now, or
here it's 30 minutes.
From here to Sally.
From here to Malakunda, to our house. Our
oh, yesterday. Here's something 25 minutes.
I give myself 30, so it's about 25, door to door. But and Sally is closer, obviously. But
the driving part that it takes long is from here to get to the freeway.
Yes.
That's the part. It's like
true.
It's not smooth to ride and rough ride and too long.
The freeway is not free.
The freeway, once you get into the freeway, you pay basically like it's just like $1. And it's like a 5 minutes drive to get.
So each exit you pay $1, like if you pass, right?
It just depends on the distance that you run. It's like 8 kilometers that you run from the freeway, so it's just $1.
Because it's only 5 minutes. Once you get to the freeway, it's like zoom.
5-6 minute drive from where you're getting all the way to get to the house. So it's nothing. It's just before you get into the freeway from where we're living right now, it takes time.
Yeah, it's like 15 because of potholes and speed bumps. If the road was smooth, then I would say yes, but the road's not smooth. And then you have horses and donkeys and you know, you gotta stop for the cows. The other day, it was so regular.
That's what we call respect to nature.
Yes, you guys really do.
They have priority to cross the street too. You know what I mean?
So, anyway, so
but
where we live
in LA or somewhere else, big city, they will put calling 911.
They start honking and hit it.
Calling 911. Why are we having all these animals crossing the street? On them, but you know, we're living together, so we have type of kind of way to
circle of life.
Yeah, circle of life. And you know, sooner or later, don't be mad because these animals are gonna end up on your plate anyway.
They do, and they fertilize the ground so you can eat mangoes. Like, yeah. But where we live, back to where we live.
You just see your future lunch walking on the street, and your future dinner.
Okay, he wants to keep talking. So, where we live is a town in Mbur. Mbur is the city. And Mbur is in the region of Chess. I'm learning all this now. Even though Chess is a city too, but then
Sally is part of Mbur.
Mbur, yes.
It's a small neighborhood.
Inside, yeah. So we live in Mbur, and the area that we live is
called
Malakunda, which is a cool name, Malakunda.
It means in Bambara, small Mali.
Really?
Mali, the country, yeah.
I just saw that.
Mali, like you say, small New York or small
Little,
state.
little,
like
little Italy or Chinatown or something.
It's Malikunda is pretty much big. They have Malikunda Wolof, Malikunda Bambara, Malikunda, you know, kind of different races.
Yeah, Malikunda Diaspora.
Yeah, Malikunda Diaspora. Diaspora is way down inside.
What are we? Malikunda what? Hola?
I don't even know.
I don't know either. Okay, good.
All I know is we're in Malikunda. And I know officially the neighborhood where we're living we call Hola Extension. But the people who live there, they're not calling it that. They call it Santiago, thankful to God. That's what they call the neighborhood.
Oh.
Because whatever they was living before, they didn't have a house. So they was living in the middle of the road that hadn't built yet. And
Squatters, like.
yes, so after they took them out from there and bring them over here, give them land, give them some money to build, now they call it thankful to God. It's a new place.
Oh, thank God for it. Oh, so he's talking about talking about the. If you see the videos, sometimes you can see some small houses along the
like
the
100
dirt
meters
road.
from us.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to see, you know, because when you pan over, you see the dirt, and the dirt is brown, and the bricks of their house is kind of brown, so you don't really
usually I
see it
out, so I won't bring them in the screen. That's
right.
the reason. But they're really close to us.
Right. So as soon as we turn off the asphalt road, there's a dirt road leading to our house, and along that dirt road there were people who were
go
moved.
through them
to get to our house. So as soon as that big dirt road that takes you to our neighborhood, there are people who were displaced because of the construction that was being done. Where they lived ended up being a road, so the government moved them, and now they were given land in our new neighborhood. So they're our first neighbors, basically. Yes. I think we're the first ones to build.
We're the first one to build over there.
Even the fence behind
there.
us.
Yes.
That fence was after.
Yeah, that fence was after.
Okay.
They started it right after we started. It was nothing in there.
Other than the former squatters, the like village type community, there's at least two neighbors that we have that have built like a large size. One built the foundation and their first level of brick, the first story, and then another one just has a fence around, but it looks like they bought like 2 or 3 plots together also.
Just 2 plots together, like you said.
And off into the distance, you can still see some more houses being built more inland from there.
And
so
now we have a lot of activities in and out from these real estate agents and these customers, clients coming through trying to get land still.
Also, another reason why we bought, because it's not too far from Akon City, right?
Well, really? No, it's not far from Akon City.
Where it's supposed to be.
30 minutes, 35 minutes away from Akon City. That's where we have our farm. But we haven't been starting activities into doing it, moving to our own house.
Yeah, the farm.
Like one at a time. So.
The farm is how far from our house? 20 minutes?
The farm maybe 30, 35 minutes.
Oh, it's a little bit.
Because we gotta go through Bull and it's a bit of traffic.
Okay.
That's the only reason. I hope soon it's gonna be.
But Wood is cool. It's like it has a big city feeling. A lot of cities here have a big city feeling, and you don't think that when you just think about Dakar. You think the other cities must be slow, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're
what
not.
I like
it's a lot of activity.
The location where we have our house is you don't hear no crowdness, no craziness, nothing. And even if the whole city was doing protesting or whatever you want to know, because you feel like when you're there, everything's quiet. So that's what we like. That's what we wanted.
And then I think because we're the first to build, we kind of set the tone. Like, I don't know if people would be buying, like, coming to check out that area if we
set the tone. In the meantime, because of us, the price of land over there start skyrocketing. So it's our fault. We're supposed to buy all those lands and keep it to ourselves.
And now we have a couple of friends who have land there.
Who already bought.
From the States. And then a couple of other people who are interested.
We have more than 15 people who are interested.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a couple people. It's just a matter of time, and then I hope they can find someone once they decide.
So there's a lot of Senegalese people that contact us from abroad and are very, very, very ready to buy, and they just haven't found because they're not here. And then also, there's a couple people in Dakar that I know that are expat, like half Senegalese American families. And, they're looking to build. You can't build in Dakar, really.
Yes.
It's like New York City.
It's like in Dakar, it's crazy. Just a lot of 100 50 square meters, basically 10 meters by 15. I saw it the other day on sale for 300K. Actually, it's more than that because it's like 160.
300 US, 300,000 US.
It's more than that because just the 100 million CFA is over 200K, and it's 60 million. It's like basically 330.
Wow.
330K. A lot that
for a lot smaller than.
It's like something that you can build only like basically 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom houses with small backyard.
You have to build
in
up.
The car.
Yep. Build up.
So
yeah.
We don't want to leave in that kind
we
of
like that car
kind
for some
if
things.
you spend over 300K just to the land, how much you gonna pay to build that land?
I'd be wondering how people do that over there. Like they must be big families.
I don't even wonder because I know they have money. Who won't have money won't take it out of your pocket.
Right.
If you take it out from your pockets, man, you have it.
Yeah, because there's no mortgage. Just cash. Show me the money.
Yeah. So we want to live here peacefully and have enough space
for gardening.
Spend a lot of time outside if you want.
Yeah,
so and you don't want to feel like stuck in the house. You have to sit in the living room all day or in your room.
He can't do that. He can't stand being inside. Even here, he's always outside. He's like claustrophobic.
Outside.
He's claustrophobic.
So
he has to sit on his porch.
Our backyard is like a fun backyard that you can spend all day and even sometimes sleep outside.
Sleep in the pool house. Oh, the baby's gonna love that. Like camping outside or something. Just get a mosquito net.
What else was supposed to talk about?
So let's see. We talked about why we bought this. Also for people. Oh, you want to talk about that?
Yes. Okay. How to deal with them actually.
First,
from my own experience.
Okay. Before we do that, let's talk about when people want to buy land, what to look for, like how we bought this land, so how they can know if it's going to be a new popular
collect the information because
we talked to the urban planning guy, remember?
Yes. Always trying to find somebody who knows somebody who work on the those kind of planning
urbanism like
office, so you can have a little official update, so what's coming next or what's the plan. That's what we did.
Even on YouTube, some neighborhoods like have little videos about what's the future.
And it's a neighborhood that they have like actually a planned neighborhood street cut right.
Yeah.
So
the streets
the street is not really tiny streets because it's a new neighborhood. That's why we like it too. It's really organized, even though you see just trees and dirt or whatever, but it's really the cutting is really organized.
And so they have a stadium that they're building. What 2 minutes from us?
The stadium is less than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes away from us.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a sports stadium. They already started.
A new place that everybody would like to live.
I kind of feel like both ways about it. I feel like I like it isolated. At first I didn't because I wanted to make friends, but now that I have friends here, I feel like I can live there and come visit people. But then when it starts to get more people living there, I'm gonna feel like I'm not VIP anymore. The
only thing that I'm hoping is out in the neighborhood that nobody wants to build houses like more than 2 levels. Because once people start building 3, 4, 5 levels, it's gonna be units and it's gonna be blocking the air. You're not gonna have enough air coming around, or they start blocking it and start feeling hot. But how it is, if everybody like maximum you build like 2 levels, it will be a really nice neighborhood because the area where we're at is like close to the freeway. It's a really big opening, so it means you're gonna always have an air breathing. You're never gonna feel hot. Even in sometimes the city, if it's really hot, you're there, you feel like it's cooler.
Hold on 1 second. Black people, we the coolest, we the baddest, we the flyest, we the realest. I love y'all. Peace.